Hey, what's going on YouTube family? It's your boy JD Wonders, and today we're gonna be wondering how we're gonna build a PC. Now, I've never built a PC before, so I'm not an expert, okay? I think you're gonna watch this and learn something, okay? Everything I looked up, I actually looked up on YouTube and researched, the best parts to get for building a PC. Now, this wasn't a budget build, because I didn't plan on having a budget at all. So those of you that are watching and you're planning on doing a budget build, you can copy it to a certain degree. Of course you're gonna have to, I have 9 fans. So you just get 3, maybe 4 fans if you want. And another thing, I just saved up for a lot of this, because I wanted to build it over time. It took me about 6 months to 8 months to get all the parts together that I wanted to get. And I'm about to showcase them each and every one, so that way you guys can see how we're going to build this PC. And to get started, I'm gonna first show you the motherboard. So I had a decision to make. You got all these different type of brands out there. You got MSI, you got Asus, you got all the other ones, Corsair. And I wanted to pick. My thought process was, all right, so whatever I pick, that's what I'm going to stick to the entire time. The only thing that I kind of deviated from was the fans, and you'll see why here in a few minutes. But I decided to go with Asus with everything. Now, I had a decision to make, whether to go to the Strix or to upgrade to the Prime. Prime is a little more, but kind of like the Prime a little bit better, because as you're going to see with the case that I'm going to present, I wanted to make sure that I was able to hook up everything into it. Prime is a little, like I said, a little bit more than the other Asus motherboards that they have out there, but it is a very good motherboard. Like I said, it's within, if you go on YouTube and you look up top 5 motherboards, more than likely this one is in there for obviously AMD Ryzen. Now, I went and got the Ryzen 7. You don't have to get the Ryzen 7. Honestly, the Ryzen 5 is just as good as the 7. In every YouTube video I have seen, everybody praises the 5. I went with 7 just because I wanted to go a tier above. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to future-proof basically my whole entire PC, so I wouldn't have to make no upgrades in the, nowhere near in the next 5 years. But if you guys are doing a budget build, definitely go with the 5 for sure. And like I said, this really good product. A lot of people recommend this, so if you're looking to build a PC, definitely think about getting this motherboard. So moving on, you've seen the motherboard, you've seen the CPU. Let's move on to the next thing, which will be the AIO. The AIO I decided to go with was a Kraken NZXT Kraken Z73 series. This is a really tough AIO. Just in case I forgot, can't hold it way down. So, it's a really great AIO from all the videos that I've seen. And not only, what makes it really special is the fact that this little display right here is an actual display. It'll actually display like what the liquid is going through it, or different things that you want it to display. Or you can have it display a GIF, whatever you're gonna call it, tomato. So you can have it do whatever you want it to do. Me personally, I want to display a little GIF, whatever you want to call it. Really good model. A lot of people recommend it. Like I said, each and every one of these products you're probably about to see is in top 5 lists around YouTube. Like I said, you look up top 5 AIOs, this is in the top 5. I might change it out in the future because I want to get a white, because as you're gonna see with a couple of other things, I kind of am going with a theme of white. So obviously that's not white, it's a black AIO. So I might eventually change it out, might not, depends on how it looks in the PC. And of course, I had to have that RGB goodness. Look at that, the streamers, gotta have it, man. Looks really good in your PC. If you're an RGB fan, which I was, as soon as I seen PCs and how they build them, I said, man, I have to have this in there, because it just makes the PC pop. Looks good, looks great. If you're building a PC and you like RGB, definitely get these. They will definitely add some flair to your PC. You don't need them, obviously, but if you like flair, like things pop, actually popping right there. Pop, pop, pop. All right, so moving on. We've got our fans, and I had to go with the Lee & Lee, got it backwards, sorry about that. So had to go with the Lee & Lee AL120s. They are a great set of fans. What made these fans so great is the fact that you can daisy chain them together. If I would say that this is probably the best fan on the market, just because of that daisy chain. Reason why and what daisy chain means is you're able to connect all 3 fans together and wire it in with one wire. All 3. You don't. If you do it any other way, you have to have a wire for each individual fan. But with these, you get it all in one. So why have a bunch of wires? I mean, cable management is already a big part of building a PC. So why would you spend more time putting more wires in there when you can cut the wires down like by literally in half and have less wires to worry about? So as soon as I seen these, had to have them because they're just they're the best options, and they're not that much. For 3 fans, like I said, if you're not building a big old case like I'm building, for your typical cases out there, you might not use 9 fans. So each set of 3 is $100. So, you know, and I'll have links in the description box below of all the prices of everything that I got. A lot of this stuff was either $300 or $150. So, you know, moving on. Next thing we have is, this is probably by far my favorite part. And it's crazy. You would think that after everything that I've shown you, that I would have another favorite, but the RAM that I picked out is probably my favorite. So I've got the G.Skills Trident Z Royals. Man, if you have seen these, you should know this RAM, it's tough. It's probably one of the best looking RAMs on the market. Like, look at that. Look at how it shines. Look at how it glimmers. Man, it's beautiful. It's, man, like I said, by far my favorite thing in this whole build. And it's, like I said, I know it's crazy. I know you're probably shocked to hear that, but dude, you can't deny it. They look good. And, you know, I couldn't just get a set of 2. I had to get 2 sets of 2 because I just want that to look so good. And it's got RGB again. You know, like I said, RGB goodness. That's, as you see, my theme is RGB. I want this whole thing to light up like a star. And you don't have to have it. Like I said, you can go with something else. There are other cheaper models out there, but for me personally, I like RGB. I want it to pop. That's gonna add some pop, and it looks great. Moving on to our SSD, decided to go with the Samsung 850 series. Really good series. Honestly, like, it's up to you what you want to go with. If you want to go with SSD, if you want to go with just a hard drive. You know, of course, SSD is going to be a little bit faster than your regular hard drive, but my honest opinion is to get both. I'm eventually go get a hard drive later, because your hard drives, you can get them really big for a really good price, whereas SSDs, you're obviously going to be spending more because how fast they are. So I got 1 terabyte. Planning on upgrading it in the future, adding another one in, but for now this will work because, this, like I said, this is my first build, first PC. I don't have a whole lot bringing into it, so once I start adding more to it, I'll eventually have to upgrade. But moving on, I want to show you a really cool thing that I have in here outside of course, the RAM. I have here an Incool LCD display. This, I seen a video with this in it. It's basically just a little display, a little display that you could mount inside your PC. Look at that, man. You can mount that into your PC, and you'll be able to put a display on it, and it'll be able to show you what the temperature is of your of your liquid coolant, of, you know, what your GPU is running at. It'll show you all that detailed information that you don't even have to go out of while you're, you know, you might be playing a game. You want to take a quick look at it. Or you don't want to do none of that. You just want to put a cool picture in there of, I don't know, Goku with Super Saiyan Blue, just, yeah, super powered, right? And it looks great. Obviously something that you don't have to have, But again, you know, I wanted my PC to pop, have cool stuff inside it that I like, and for you, you might not want that, which is cool. And like I said, I told you again, we have a theme here, Asus. So I didn't even know this, but this Liam Lee 011 Dynamic XL is actually ROG certified, which is Asus certified basically. And I didn't even know that. Like, this is a really big case. That's the reason why I got the 9 fans. I have seen multiple builds with this, and they look phenomenal. I love how most people have this set up, especially with the liquid cooling. Liquid cooling is awesome, but I ain't got that kind of time. You know, I don't know how to do liquid cooling in my own PC. Like I said, it's my first one, so I ain't gonna try to do something crazy like that for my first PC. After I build a few, maybe I might upgrade. But that's the case. Case looks great. My power supply went with the 1,000 watt Evega. It's a good power supply. Reason why I went with 1,000 watt, I could have went with 850, but I don't know how much I'm going to plug into this thing. I don't know how much upgrade I'm going to do in the future. So I'd rather have some kind of power supply that's already really powerful and it's able to handle it no matter what I add in. I might not even use half of this, or I might use half of it. Like I said, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But this power supply, I had to choose between this one and the Asus White. Asus White looks really good, but I'm not going to see it. So there was really no point in going with the white, because you know you want to go with something like that if you know, obviously if you could see it, like the AIO. But as far as the power supply, I really didn't care too much. I'm like, that's me in the back, you're not gonna see it. So I just went with a regular black 1,000 watt. If they had 1,000 watt Asus White, yes, I would have gotten it. But it's all right, it's cool. So I haven't shown you what my graphics card is yet. And I know most of you are already wondering, most of you probably already know, but I went with NVIDIA. Radeon's good, but NVIDIA just sold it for me. And the one I wanted to pick in particular, which is what started this whole thing, was the white GeForce Asus ROG Strix 3080. I had to have it. Man, if you guys have seen this in a case, you already know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, when I build it, you see it in the case, it looks great. When I take this out, you're gonna be like, dude, I gotta have one of those. It just looks so good in your PC. Out of all the builds that I've seen and all the different kind of GPUs that I've seen put in, this is by far my favorite one, you know. And, you know, I could have went with a 3070, could have went with a 3060, or I could have went with a different brand entirely. But this one right here in particular was the one that I wanted, and that's the reason why I went and got all the Asus parts. But obviously the fans in the case wasn't, but the case was ROG certified, which is what this is. But really, it's really good. Our graphics card speaks for itself. I shouldn't even have to say anything more about this. You already know if you're a PC guy. If you're not, it's your first time, just know 3080s, Ti's, and the 3090s, top tier right now until they come out with the 440 series. But, so that's all the parts that we're gonna be using to build the PC. There's probably other stuff that I could add in. I just wanted to get the basics down and put that together and show you guys. That's basically what this video is going to be about. Just showing off the parts, the stuff that I'm going to use to help build it, like this iFixit. Man, this iFixit set has literally everything that you need if you are an electronics person. If you're an electronics guy and that's what you're doing, man, this right here has everything that you could ever want. Also, this WOW stick is the same. Like, this WOW stick is actually a mechanical screwdriver. Like you put batteries in it and it does it for you. You know, it's like that drill back there, only, you know, like a screwdriver. It's great, it's quick, it helps you get it done twice as fast. Obviously we had to get the mat. This is to help prevent getting shocked, you know, because some of this stuff has static. So I don't want to be sitting here and touch something that the next thing you know, I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. Hair standing straight up. My hair already stands up, but it stands up straight. I don't know, that might not be too bad. Imagine me with straight hair, you know, just waving as I'm dying from electrical shock. Okay, let's not imagine that. I don't want to die. Other thing we've got here, obviously, you know, I just showed you these tools. We got the Arctic Silvers. That's what we're gonna be putting on to our CPU when we install the AIO. You know, it's thermal paste, you know, to help protect that CPU better. They sent me 2 of them. I don't need 2. I hope I don't need 2. I think I just need 1. I'm just gonna spread it around. We're just gonna go with that, okay? Cool, cool, cool. All right, so that's my build. We won't have time to build it tonight. Well, it's nighttime where I'm at. We'll have time to build it tonight, but and I will do another separate video, me doing the actual build. Like I said, I just wanted to show you all the parts, and like I said, and all the parts will be linked in the description box below. Go check them out. A lot of this is good if you're doing a budget build. Like I said, you can take some ideas from this and adjust it where you need to. A lot of people, when they're doing a budget build, what a lot of people tell you is to focus on your graphics card first, because this is where you're gonna spend where you want to spend the most of your money at, and that's very true. Because the rest of this, like I said, you don't need fans. Some people that you just don't need fans. You can buy a motherboard that comes with its own fan that you can just put on the CPU to help keep it cool. You don't even need an AIO. Would you want one? Yes, I strongly suggest it, just because, and like I said, this is just my opinion. I'm not an expert, so you can just take my words as a grain of salt, but I really suggest it just for the simple fact that CPUs run hot. Okay, that's just what it's always ran. They always run hot. So because what you're gonna want to do is keep it cool. That's what AIOs help it do. Is just keep it cool. And I would really strongly suggest if you're building one, go with an AIO, just because it just helps keep it cool. But like I said, you don't have to have it. If you're doing a budget build, you only got a certain amount to work with. Focus on your GPU, your CPU, and probably your motherboard. Everything else you can get at a really good, reasonable price. Don't even need an SSD. You can just go with a regular hard drive. But it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Or you can save up, which is what I did. I just saved up. I got each piece. Every month I would get 1 piece, and then next month get another piece, next month get another piece. And that was my goal, just to start off piece by piece. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. If you stayed to the end, appreciate it. But like, subscribe, comment down below I'm gonna need some feedback, okay? Give me some feedback. Let me know what I can do to make this better, make this easier. If you can't hear me, let me know. Let me know if the music's too weird. That's cool. I'll stop playing music. You can just listen to my lovely voice. Let's keep the music playing, right? Okay. Also, this isn't going to be the bulk of the content. We're going to start off with the PC build, but from here on out, after the PC is built, we're going to be doing more videos on gaming, basically, and talking about games, you know, doing some reviews, because I play games all the time, whether it be on the phone, it be on my PlayStation 5. As soon as I get this built on the Xbox, the Game Pass, on PC. So if you have any suggestions on, you know, this video, whatever, on the channel, let me know. I'll respond back. Again, I'm JD Wonder. Thank you for watching. Peace.